My name is John Lamb. I live at 590 East Sutton Circle in Lafayette since 1986. I'm speaking on behalf of East Boulder County United. I'm here to support the passing of the Boulder County Climate Bill of Rights and Protections by the Boulder County Commissioners. There is no safe way to frack, regardless of regulations. Over 80% of 685 peer-reviewed studies on fracking in the last 6 years show public health hazards or adverse health outcomes. 69% of water quality studies and 87% of air quality studies show water contamination and air pollution by fracking. We have a problem in the United States that is even bigger than fracking. We live in a corporate state that masquerades as a just and ethical democracy. It is not. We are guaranteed local community self-government through the U.S. Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the Colorado State Constitution. The Colorado Constitution says that government is founded on the will of the people only. When it is not, we have the duty to alter or abolish it. The Colorado Oil and Gas Act does not reflect the will of the people. We need to stop fracking in Boulder County through nonviolent, direct action. Any attempt to forcefully move fracking into Boulder County is a violation of our fundamental rights. A federal judge in Oregon ruled that we have the right to a healthy climate. We have a right to local community self-government. We have a right to defend our rights. We have a right to a sustainable world. We have a right to protect our families. A recent NOAA study found that carbon dioxide measured in the atmosphere has increased by an unprecedented rate since NOAA began recording data 59 years ago. Peter Tans, NOAA lead scientist, says CO2 in the atmosphere is really totally produced by human beings. Burning fossil fuel is putting carbon in the air. Let's say no to the source. Keep it in the ground. Let's start here and now. County government and people need to support each other. As we fight against this unsustainable industry, we invite the commissioners to join us in this historic moment in Boulder County, in which Boulder County could lead the nation. We need the police to protect us and not arrest us while we protect our environment. And we will. Are you going to protect us or poison us?
My name is Patricia Irby. I live at 1047 Cherryville Road in Boulder. I'm speaking on behalf of East Boulder County United, and I'm here to support Boulder County passing the Climate Bill of Rights. I moved to Boulder 17 years ago because I fell in love with the mountains, the bike paths, the rivers, and with what I saw as a progressive, illuminated mindset here in Boulder. Now I feel like our way of life is being threatened by the onslaught of fracking, something we did not vote for, something we did not choose. It is being thrust upon us against our will, endangering our lives and everything we hold dear. Fracking poisons our air, water, and soil and creates an environment that puts our health and well-being at risk. We as citizens have an inalienable right to life, so it would stand to reason that we also have a right to the things that support life, such as clean air, water, and soil in which to grow our own food. We have a right to be free from toxins that our state government is permitting. It is very important that Boulder County pass the Climate Bill of Rights and that we ban fracking from Boulder County. The laws that seek to remove us from control of our own land, our local environment, and our right to self-govern are in any way immoral and illegitimate. I'm making a distinction between legitimate and legal. Anything that the government does is legal because they make it legal. They pass the laws. Until the Civil War, it was legal for people to own other people. Until 1920, it was legal to deny women the right to vote. This is not about legality. It is about what is legitimate government. If the government is protecting and securing the rights of its citizens, then it is legitimate. If it is not doing that, and instead is harming its citizens and their rights, or giving a third party the power to harm its citizens, that is an illegitimate use of government. Our current system is set up so that the oil and gas industry, with its massive amounts of wealth, has been able to prevail on our state and federal legislatures to get laws passed that make it illegal for us to protect ourselves against them, so they can come in and make money by destroying our land. That is a misuse of government by the standards that were set in the establishment of our country's government and our state governments. This system is broken. It needs to change. This change will not happen from the top down. It needs to happen from the bottom up, with the direct action of courageous citizens. If the city, state, and courts fail to protect our rights to clean air, water, and soil, then we need to be protected in our rights to do peaceful direct action, to protect our climate for ourselves and for future generations. I request that Boulder County pass the Climate Bill of Rights with support for citizens who want to do direct action to protect our climate, protect beautiful Boulder County. So the question is, are you going to poison or protect us?
Hello, County Commissioners. I'm Jonathan Wallace. I live at 1611 Centaur Circle. The back of my house is up against the Mayhopper property, which is Boulder County, where they proposed several fracking wells. Where they're locating them is 500 feet from my backyard. We love our house. We love Lafayette. We love Boulder County. We chose that spot. We waited for a spot on that street for 2 years to open up. We've decided, we've looked into it, we've decided when they drill, my family will not be there. We will move, we will be gone. And that is a very sad thought to think about. And to me, that makes it clear that this is injustice. The only way for me to protect the health of my family, my 2 kids, another one on the way, my pregnant wife, is for me to move them out of our house with all of our things, is injustice. There are laws put in place that make that legal so that other people can profit, or that corporations can profit. So what do? Do I just move? Do I just wait until it's in my backyard and then leave? Or do I stand up now knowing that there's unjust laws? And as I've thought about it, I believe morally, spiritually, I have an obligation to disobey unjust laws. And that's at a risk, it's at a cost. I've been kind of weighing what that cost is the last several months. What is that cost? What am I willing to stand for? What am I willing to risk? And for me, that's a lot of time. I'd rather be at home right now with my kids. I'd rather be at work making money. I'd rather be doing lots of things. When I get arrested, that could mean professional licenses that I have are at risk. When I get arrested, that could mean financial obligations are at risk. I'm willing, for me, this is a fight worth risking. This is not just me, this is our community, this is my kids, this is the climate, this is Boulder County, this is the Front Range in general. And so I want you to take a second and just think about what's at risk for you. Is it politics? Is it political party? Is it pride of going back on something you said in the past, of standing up stronger now than how you stood up in the past, whatever it is? I think there's nothing that makes it unworthy to do what is right. Don't let anything get in the way. Don't let fear get in the way. Don't be afraid of whatever politics it is or whatever lawsuits that are in the way. Let's stand up. Let's stand together. Stand with me. I will be there. I'll be in the way. And so, yeah, appreciate you guys putting so much thought and effort into this, and I don't take that for granted. But along with several who are before me, I stand with the climate, with our rights as local people, with our rights as a local community to govern ourselves.
My name is Jeremy Plazas. I live at 2030 South Ford Drive in Lafayette. I'm also speaking on behalf of East Boulder County United and the Boulder County Protectors in favor of voting on and passing the Climate Bill of Rights and Protections. I have a 1-year-old son who was born here and we hope will grow up here in beautiful, healthy Boulder County. The prospect of fracking happening in our community unfortunately threatens that beauty and health that we take for granted. For those who have not researched fracking and its consequences, there is no such thing as clean fracking. There is no properly regulated fracking. There is no safe fracking. Fracking is by definition a dangerous process. No matter how much thought is put into the preparation of a well pad, no one can control the shale fractures. No one can be sure it won't reach the bedrock and start earthquakes. No one can be sure it won't leak gas into people's water supplies. And methane leaks into the air are par for the course. We are well aware that the law dictates matters of oil and gas be decided by the states. What people have to understand is that these laws were essentially written by the industry. Oil and gas lobbyists have spent decades helping to carefully remove all authority from local communities because they know residents would never let fracking happen. The fact that the state preempts communities, stripping them away of any authority, or funnels concerned citizens into state bureaucracy, requiring them to prove the harm that is so obviously done to them, while on the flip side, helping the industry legalize that same harm, shows incredible neglect to our citizens. We need to reclaim our autonomy, especially with matters of oil and gas. The Climate Bill of Rights does just that. It states we have the right and obligation to protect our climate, our environment, our families, and our communities. With that, we elevate our standing and reclaim our right to self-governance. We assert that the health of our communities is more important than corporate bottom lines. We pledge to care for our earth and our climate, which sustains all life. There is no exception. And in case it wasn't clear, there is also no second climate for when this one runs out. People are waking up and realizing that they cannot sit back and watch anymore. For my wife and I, there is no choice. There is no compromising. If we want our family and the families of everyone in the farm range to grow up healthy, fracking cannot happen, and we will fight. If the state, county, or city governments refuse to act to protect our climate, you can be sure that county residents, led by organizations like East Boulder County United, will perform acts of direct action and civil disobedience to protect it instead. So the fight is coming. There is no really escaping this. The state, as you know, the state attorney general has made it clear that she won't stand for the moratorium. The Supreme Court has struck down previous bans. What's left is declaring our rights as human beings of this land and standing strong when the oil and gas machine tries to take those rights away. You have a clear choice as county commissioners. You can pretend to work on regulating the destruction, which is tantamount to letting it happen, or you can take a stand with us, pass this Climate Bill of Rights, protect direct action, shrug off the lawsuits. Boulder County can handle it. Lawsuits can be compared to the safety and health of your constituents, and people will remember when you stand with them. Will you poison us or will you protect us?
Tom Gruver, 394 Blackfoot Street, Superior, Colorado, East Boulder County United. We put forward that you adopt our proposed Boulder County Climate Bill of Rights and Protections in its entirety. The Colorado Oil and Gas Act preempts you from regulating fracking wells in Boulder County. No local control bills will be passed in Colorado legislature. The people's ballot initiatives for local control have failed. The ones proposed by our U.S. representative went nowhere. Stopping this horrible injustice will not come through the legislator. It will come from the people. If we engage in direct action to protect ourselves from fracking, we could be charged with eco-terrorism. The Climate Bill of Rights and Protections legalizes peaceful nonviolent protests, so protesters will not be arrested or injured by your police while they enforce on your behalf the Colorado Oil and Gas Act. Regulations and local control don't work. The industry rules. So let's do something else. When everyone sees Boulder County people protecting their families, communities, environment, and climate, they will stand up and help keep the frackers out. Martin Luther King spoke about the white moderates in his letter from the Birmingham jail. He said they are worse to deal with because they value order over justice. Our proposed ordinance reads, "We the people of Boulder County, Colorado declare alignment with the 7 generations principle of the indigenous First Nations, understand the environment as common to all and base our actions upon its indefinite protection. We the people of Boulder County, Colorado find that global environmental destruction, which includes degradation to the climate, ecosystems, flora, fauna, land, water, constitutes an emergency that threatens our very survival. We the people of Boulder County, Colorado find that the extraction of coal, oil, and gas and disposal of drilling waste in the county would significantly contribute to global environmental destruction, and therefore, we the people of Boulder County, Colorado declare that we have a right to a healthy climate, and that right is violated by the extraction of coal, oil, and gas and disposal of drilling waste within our county. Commissioners, adopt this ordinance and protect Boulder County and climate from fracking. East Boulder County United hosts direct action training. We accept donations to the Boulder County Protectors Legal Defense Fund. We drafted this ordinance. Commissioners, we propose that you adopt it as law. Commissioners, will you protect or will you poison?
Good afternoon, County Commissioners and ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Karen Gruber. I live at 394 Blackford Street, Superior, Colorado. My husband and I also have a business, Boulder Chiropractic Clinic, here in Boulder. I'm speaking on behalf of East Boulder County United. I'm here to support Boulder County passing the Climate Bill of Rights. It is important that we pass the Climate Bill of Rights and ban fracking in Boulder County once and for all. We've been dealing with this dangerous procedure called fracking for over 5 years. The oil and gas companies, they no longer seek to build, they seek to destroy. They are agents of death. They crave the unimpeded power to cannibalize our country and pollute and degrade the ecosystem to feed an insatiable lust of wealth, power, and hedonism. The Boulder County Climate Bill of Rights states, and I quote, "All government officials and staff will be asked to side with the people in every capacity, refuse to administer the destruction of our land, and enforce the will of the people and the community to protect ourselves from any intrusive industry that fails to recognize these fundamental rights." We wrote the Climate Bill of Rights because we have run out of legal options. Direct action is all we have left. We need to protect our rights and do direct action as a necessary step to protect our climate. We are asking that we not be charged with a felony or a misdemeanor for doing peaceful direct action. My role today is to educate and tell people what is really happening here. I do not know if we can survive as a species, but I do know that corporate forces have us by the throat. They have our children by the throat. We have a chance to save ourselves by passing the Boulder County Climate Bill of Rights. I'm asking the Boulder County Commissioners to pass the Bill of Rights with the support of the citizens who want to do direct action to protect our climate. So the question I ask you county commissioners is, are you going to poison or protect us? Chris Hedges just wrote in his article, and I quote, "The moment we can hold up a flickering light in the darkness for others to see, we are victorious." Thank you very much.
My name is William Pomeroy. I live at 509 East Simpson Street in Lafayette. And I am here to support East Boulder County United with this Bill of Rights. Everybody's pretty eloquent out here. I'm not that good at this stuff. I have a daughter that has lung cancer who cannot come visit me anymore because of the pollution in Lafayette. I moved out there 3 years ago. I've had respiratory problems since I moved out there. The amount of pollution that comes across us down there when the wind blows through Erie is outrageous. So she can't come visit me anymore. You were going to put a monitoring system out at the reservoir. The NOAA has had a monitoring system out in Erie since 1998. The state just told them to take it down. The state wants to let the land be used for fracking. We are losing the monitoring that she's supposed to be doing. There's nothing out there that tells anybody what's going on. The increase in ozone is amazing. The chemicals that are coming through the air. I mean, 10 people were tested just recently for benzene. Of the 10, 9 of them had higher than allowable amounts of benzene in their systems. I'm getting tested next week to find out if that's what's causing my problems. Because I lived in Boulder for 18 years before I moved out there, and I have not had a problem my whole life until I moved closer to the fracking wells. And they're right around where I live. It's not fair. It's not fair. And the water, each well that is drilled uses 8 million gallons of water. And of those 8 million gallons, there's 600 different chemicals put into that water. It goes into our water system. It doesn't go anywhere, it goes into the land. When you start testing the soil, it's going to be on the surface because it hasn't filtered down yet. It's all going to be there. And we're just getting poisoned. Totally poisoned. What's going on here? And it's not fair. We have, like they said, one planet to live on, one ecosystem to live on. And it's going away fast right now. I was in North Dakota watching what's going on up there, involved in what's going on up there. And one little spill, that's the main tributary to the Mississippi River. One little spill up there, and we've lost water to the United States. It's gone. What do? We die. So it would be nice if you passed this bill so that you can stop poisoning us, protect us.
My name is Teresa Setz. I live at 1235 Forum Drive in Lafayette, Colorado, and I've been a resident of Boulder County since 2007. Today I'm speaking on behalf of East Boulder County United, and I'm here to support Boulder County in passing the Climate Bill of Rights and Protections. We have spoken clearly on the issue of oil and gas development, and it is resolved that we do not want drilling in Boulder County under any circumstances. It is a violation of our land, the health of our families, and the well-being of our communities and climate. I'm a mother of 3 young children and an educator. Perhaps most important for my comments today, I'm an engaged citizen in our community in East Boulder County. We are the area that will be most affected, that will be most at risk by the harm that comes with fracking. You're already familiar with the risks, we've all talked about it. Air, soil, water contamination, increased cancer rates, increased respiratory illness and disease, climate change, and so much more. We will not accept these risks. It is an attack on our land and our people in the name of corporate profits. For the past 5 years, East Boulder County United has worked tirelessly to keep oil and gas development out of the communities of Boulder County and Lafayette. From pushing forward bans and moratoriums, to giving speeches, letters to the editor, and a lot more. We have exhausted every avenue to keep the illegitimate Colorado Oil and Gas Act from usurping our rights as citizens of Boulder County. The time is now for the County Commission to take bold action to protect us citizens. No drilling, no oil and gas pipelines, period. Regardless of lawsuits and actions taken by the state of Colorado on behalf of private industry. This is our government. We do not have to relinquish our rights. Passing the Boulder County Climate Bill of Rights is the bold action that we need you to take. The Boulder County Protectors of East Boulder County United have spent the past 3 months training in nonviolent direct action and learning about community rights, our rights. We are a large and growing group of citizens, and we're ready to stand up and protect our climate from harm. We will be participating in nonviolent direct action if the city, county, and state fail to protect us. We expect the commissioners to side with us, and we expect you to protect us. We know the oil and gas corporations think that it's their right to harm us for their bottom line, but that is not the case. Will you poison or protect us?
Hello, my name is Kristen McLean. I live at 1302 Caria Drive in Lafayette. I'm here speaking on behalf of East Boulder County United, and I'm also a Boulder County Protector. What is a Boulder County Protector? Boulder County Protector is somebody who has been trained in nonviolent direct action to protect our climate, and somebody who has been trained to keep fracking out of Boulder County. You've left us with no other choice. We have been here for 5 years trying to ask you to represent the people and trying to ask you to protect us. And because of laws at the state level, you feel that you have no authority to make the right choice, which is to ban fracking. Well, I am here to say no more. We want you to ban fracking. No more moratoriums. A moratorium implies that there will one day be a safe way to frack. And that is not true. We say never fracking, no fracking. we are asking you to pass the Climate Bill of Rights and Protections. And you spoke earlier at the meeting about not having the authority in regards to its enforcement. Well, I say that if local people don't have the right and the authority to make decisions regarding which toxic industry comes in, those laws are immoral and unjust and need to be broken. I refuse to be obedient to these unjust laws, and we are taking our power back one way or the other. Do you think we want to do direct action? We don't. I'm a mother of a 6-year-old child. I'm a teacher, and this morning when I was teaching my class, I was looking into one little boy's eyes, having to hold back tears, because I'm doing this for them, not for me. I'm giving up my life for this. I am giving up my future. I am willing to go to prison to protect my climate. I don't want to. I want you guys to protect me. But if the city and state fail to protect us, we have hundreds and thousands of people who will come forth to do direct action to protect our environment because we have no other choice. We have the right to a healthy climate, and a federal judge in Oregon recently ruled that that is the case. So we're bringing forth the Climate Bill of Rights on that basis, saying that we have the right to a healthy climate, a fundamental right, on par with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So if you pass the Climate Bill of Rights, and then when we get sued, we have legal defense, CELDEF, the Community Environmental Legal Defense Fund, is willing to come in and defend Boulder County pro bono at no charge on a rights-based issue. We want to be able to take fracking to court on a rights-based issue because it has never been done before. We know that the moratoriums have been overturned because of state preemption and Dillon's Law. We know that the laws are not on our side, but nobody has ever taken it to court on a rights-based issue, and it's time that we take this avenue. It's time. So the Climate Bill of Rights also says that water protectors, earth protectors, mothers and fathers, business people, teachers, educators, nurses like me who stand up to protect our environment will not be detained or harassed or arrested because of doing nonviolent direct action. That's what the Climate Bill of Rights says, and that's what we want you to pass. Do you want Boulder County to become the next Standing Rock? Because it is prepared to do that. We are prepared. Are you going to stick dogs on us? How are you going to instruct your police to come after us? Because you know what, if we get arrested, we can be charged with eco-terrorism. But guess what, we are not the eco-terrorists here. We are eco-protectors. The real eco-terrorists are the oil and gas industry. They are destroying our planet, they are destroying our land. And the only reason that you're not standing up to them is because of the laws in place that say that you can't. Well, I'm here to say we have to challenge those laws and take back our authority somehow. And the Climate Bill of Rights gives us a chance to do that. So I have a question. I'd like to invite anybody who's here from the oil and gas industry, or anybody who's here in support of fracking, to stand up right now. In support of fracking. Okay. Yeah, support of fracking. Great. So it's the tyranny of the minority right now is what's happening. I'd like to invite anybody who's here who's a Boulder County protector to stand up. I'd like to invite anybody who's here who wants to ban fracking to stand up. Now make no mistake, I do not wish to shut down this meeting, okay? I wish to shut down oil and gas. We will not be protesting. We will be protecting. We will be shutting down oil and gas if you don't shut it down, okay? But I do not wish to shut down this meeting today, but I do wish to do a chant. Okay, mic check.
Mic check.
For our earth, we will stand.
For our earth, we will stand.
Hold the power in our hands.
Hold the power in our hands.
Drills and pipelines, we will fight.
Drills and pipelines, we will fight.
Healthy climate is our right.
Healthy climate is our right.
For our earth, we will stand.
For our earth, we will stand.
Hold the power in our hands.
Hold the power in our hands.
Drills and pipelines, we will fight.
Drills and pipelines, we will fight.
Healthy climate is our right.
Healthy climate is our right.
For our earth, we will stand.
For our earth, we will stand.
Hold the power in our hands.
Hold the power in our hands.
Drills and pipelines, we will fight.
Drills and pipelines, we will fight.
Healthy climate is our right.
Healthy climate is our right.
So commissioners, are you going to poison us or protect us? Are you going to arrest us or protect us? Because we will be doing direct action if you can't protect us because it's our only means left. Thank you.